Old Turdy's gonna get dirty. What's up, y'all? It's opening day of rifle season, and I'm not in the woods yet. I took my truck to a guy down in Nashville who I had to put wheel bearings on the front wheel on my Dodge. Had to take care of that so I could get that truck back on the road before I got the Toyota stuck in the mud somewhere. Anyways, it's taken care of. It's overcast. It was raining earlier and it's cleared out. It's kind of breezy and cold. I think it's going to be a good day to kill something. So I've got this shelf of shed antlers behind me, and I'm going to reach and grab one without looking. And if it's a left antler, I'm going to hunt for a doe. If it's a right antler, I'm going to hunt for a buck. So alright, so I wanted to throw this out for those of y'all who saw my video on map scouting with OnX Hunt. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link below. If you have, if you're thinking about trying OnX but don't want to spend full price, they are running a Black Friday sale. If you go to onxhunt.com, I believe, I have a link to that as well. You go to their website, the discount code is on their website, and it only works on the website, so you have to register online on their website, but you can then use it on the app, of course, and it's like 30% off. So you can get your year subscription for a lot cheaper if you want to give it a shot. It's worth it to me. Trust me, I use this app all the time. But if you weren't sure about spending full price, now's a good time to give it a shot a little bit cheaper. And once again, I'll have the links below. And you got to do it on their website, but then you can use it, of course, on your phone on the app. Enough of that. We're going to go in here. I'm in a cedar thicket now. There's a trail somewhere. I'm trying to find the trail. It's kind of hard to get back in here, but it's not very far from the road. It's a small parcel surrounded by private. I think it's a good spot. Hopefully we see some deer this evening. Okay, so once again, they've cut a CRP field since last time I hunted it. I don't know why they keep doing it during deer season, but this was all tall, good deer cover, good deer sign. I bumped deer on the way out last time. I mean, I guess the good thing is they got rid of these rose bushes that were blocking the gate, but the bad thing is all that cover's gone. It'll grow back next year, but it's the second time now I've gone in to hunt a spot and they went in and cut the good cover. Here's that rub from last time I was here. There were 2 scrapes, but they are dried up. I don't even see them. Deer probably passing through. Alright, it's getting hard to see all the tree limbs and twigs. I'm gonna pack up and head out. I think we got good weather tomorrow. It's gonna be colder, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll be back at it bright and early. Alright, I'm fixing to head into a spot that's kind of overlooked and I don't hunt it very much. I did have a real nice buck get by me last year. He was coming at me and then saw some does down the property line and turned and chased him back onto private. Basically, I'll be in kind of an open hardwood area alongside the property line, and the private property is much younger woods. It's real thick, so it's just basically a big thicket. And I'll be on the downwind side this morning of that thicket, so it's probably a good spot to catch deer slipping in and out of there or traveling the edge. It's just starting to crack light, so I'm gonna get my stuff and head into the woods. It got dead quiet because the traffic stopped and I just heard a deer run off. I don't know if y'all can tell these big tall oak trees in front of me. It's thicker down that way and it's thicker up this way. More cedars and undergrowth. It's not real thick, but it's hard to shoot through and not good to climb a tree. But right here in the middle by these big oaks, I'm assuming there's acorns and it's better to climb a tree and hunt out of right here. It's still pretty dark in here, but I can see acorn caps everywhere. So these big old red oaks have been dropping. That's good. Just had a deer come running by with its nose down. I didn't see antlers. It was probably a little spike. Oh, there's a deer. It's not a buck. I think just by coincidence I start grunting and there's a deer coming my way. Wrong, it is a buck. Just don't have any antlers yet. He's right behind me eating red oak acorns. He came off that private thicket just like I thought they would. It's not a bad spot here. He caught my wind or something. He about spooked right under me because he got my ground scent, but they're pretty dumb when they're young like that, so he stuck around. Alright, it's 10 o'clock. Probably could do good to sit a little longer, but I'm going to climb down and go scout a spot that I've had my eye on for a while. And if it doesn't pan out, I'd like to still have time to get back into another area, because if I don't hunt this one spot, I'm going to go way back into another spot that's going to be a pretty good walk. So I got to have time to get my scouting done and get into the woods and hunt that, and I've got to go get some greasy gas station food. So good morning. Definitely can't complain seeing some deer. Alright, I'm scouting this little growed up CRP field, kind of an overlooked little spot. And just down the road, on the other side of the road, I'm running a trail camera and have had several pictures over the past couple weeks of a good mature 8-point, only nighttime pictures. But he seemed to be crossing the road a lot, so I wanted to check this spot out in case he was bedding up here during the day. And I just jumped a deer and could not see. I mean, you see how thick it is. But it was bedded right here, right where I thought a deer would be bedded. And it jumped up and ran off. I could hear it, and it stopped. And I tried to creep closer. I hadn't hardly made any sound, but it heard me, I guess, and got up and ran off further down and stopped. It's so thick in there, it's taller than a deer's head. I don't think I'll ever lay eyes on it. But I just sat here and grunted a few times and snort wheezed just for the heck of it. It could be a doe for all I know, but it was one deer and it made a lot of noise. Definitely not going to hunt here this afternoon. I've already bumped a deer. If it's the big one, I'm probably not going to shoot him unless he comes right back right now. Okay, some of y'all might remember from the summertime when I was doing my scouting trips, watching soybeans, there's a big mature 7-point that I called the Red Stag. He was back behind me. I've hunted in here once during bow season. I've kind of stayed out of it. Kind of been waiting for the right time. I kind of wanted a rifle to get back in here because I really don't know what the deer are doing back here. There's a lot of creek bottom on the other side of this creek. And this creek is a little more flowing than it was during bow season. Well, so much for not getting my feet wet. I dropped one of my socks in the creek. The main concern is that I forgot my flashlight. It's in the truck. So I can't sit there on my phone all afternoon or I'll kill the battery and then I'll really have no light. No way. I got my flashlight. I feel like my life has been saved. I forgot to put it in my pocket. Usually I would have forgotten it in the truck. Okay, I just jumped 2, maybe 3 does off the bed. I saw 2. Almost sounded like 3. They were bedded down by the creek, probably in River Cane or something, and they got up and ran up the way I came. Follow this possum, he's going to show me where the big buck's bedded. Hey buddy, hey, where's the big buck? You seen him? Where is he? High ground with oaks. Creek bottom down there. I'd like to be up in between the two if I can find a good tree that gives me a shot both ways. This lucky tree right here. It's a killing tree if I ever saw one. Just had a deer over there running up that way. Just saw his white tail. I actually saw the whole deer. I think it was a doe. Sounds like someone's up there driving a 7-3 trying to get their dog. There's a house up there somewhere across the creek. Well, that's a wrap for today. Can't complain. Saw 5 deer from the tree and bumped 2 on the way in. I don't think there's any hot does right around here because there was no sign of rut here. Now, a lot of people will say the rut's over, hasn't started yet when they see that, but not every doe comes into heat at the same time. You'll still see deer doing their normal feeding pattern even during the rut, and I'd say there's still quite a bit of chasing to go on here. So I was on the deer but not in the game tonight. Still can't complain about it. I'd like to be back in here maybe next weekend. Next time I'll be in the woods will be Thanksgiving morning, but it won't be this far from the truck. So I'll be somewhere else. I'll be back to work for the next few days, and then I'll see y'all again on Thanksgiving.